What's up, everybody? This is Kyle Thumb. Today's video is a little bit different in that I'm talking about POWUR, which is a company that I recently became a part of, and I'm really enjoying a lot of different things about it. And I want to give information to anyone who might be interested. And it is a multi-level marketing company, but I think they've done it the very 100% the right way. I was never the type of person that would ever join a multi-level marketing company, but apparently I can surprise myself because POWUR is just that awesome. So my goal is to keep this in under 10 minutes, and I've already used 30 seconds, so I got to go quick. All right, so just a brief overview, which is what we'll cover: what is POWUR, the model, the solutions, and how to join. So it was founded by 2014 CEO Jonathan Budd. One of the things I love is that Jonathan is constantly interacting and promoting and updating and giving everyone transparency and updates about what's going on with the company and where things are going. That can be said for the entire leadership team. The thing that I love most from my experience so far is it really does seem like a win-win-win, where they're focused on the big picture, helping the earth, selling more solar, providing the salesperson with a win where they can get in a situation where it's going to make their life a lot easier. And then obviously if they can do all that, then they win too. Timeline, it's been around since 2014. It's changed a lot. The main thing, the thing that I love most on this timeline is actually last year when they launched the first cost of goods compensation plan. So first transparent compensation plan where you know how much the company's making and how much compared to how much you're making and how much things actually cost, which is very, very cool. And it's something the solar industry kind of desperately needed. So core values, main thing, they want to accelerate the adoption of clean energy worldwide, pure and simple. This is something that I think I didn't even really know all that much about until actually I was preparing for the slideshow, which is there's a lot of people out there that say, oh yes, solar's is clean energy, sure, but the process for making the panels is not all that clean, and the materials used that are harvested aren't all that clean to do that. And so what they've actually done is they're matching, or every solar panel that they sell, they're putting in the work to make sure that they can offset all the material or all the pollution that was used to make the solar panel. So offsetting 100% of the emissions, obviously not only in the future for when the panels are on the roof, but doing additional work to offset the pollution that was created when the panels were made. So simple. Basically, quick quote, to change things, don't try to fight the existing reality. Build a new model that makes the old model obsolete. Always try to be better. Innovate or die is something I'm a truly believer in. I don't like too much structure. I don't like rules for no reasons, and that's one of the reasons why I like POWUR. They believe that the individual seller is the most valuable person, and they should be compensated that way, and their model reflects that. So the old way, or the common way, which is selling for a dealer or working for a company / EPC, and they give you a red line. You sell above that red line. Anything you sell above is your profit, and whatever they've already decided is their profit is their profit. But there's a couple things about that it's not necessarily. Every company is different, so it's hard to say universally about good things they do and bad things they do. But the main thing is POWUR is trying to be better in that they're trying to give more lucrative commissions. I think they give more lucrative commissions than a majority of solar companies that I've talked to. They provide you with daily training and support, all online, especially now in the post-COVID world. And then they also give you passive income and equity opportunities. And they provide you with the technology that can make your life easier so that you can obviously train, become better, and sell even from the comfort of your own home. Innovation. Like I said, innovate or die. Uber disrupted taxis, EXP disrupted realty, Costco's disrupted standard grocery stores, and POWUR is looking to do the same thing with traditional solar companies. And the one, EXP realty especially, POWUR is very similar to it, and that's probably the best comparison. All right, so compensation plan, obviously what people care about. How much money do you make, right? So this kind of goes back to what I say. Dealers sometimes hide the true cost, so you don't know how much you make, but you don't necessarily know how much they're making. And POWUR gives you a cost of goods transparency, so you know how much everything costs, how much everyone's making. It's awesome. And the net revenue, so the money that is made, the seller gets 70% of that, and 30% goes to POWUR. And as POWUR grows, they're going to be able to even bring our costs down. And like I have someone who joined my team, and he was able to sell solar at a better price and make better money than the company he used to work with, and that's because POWUR has a network and they're able to negotiate great costs for technology, as well as obviously in installing partners. So this is just an example of the compensation plan. So for example, in Texas, if you sold a 10 kilowatt system, if the cost of goods was $195, which I think it's probably even lower now, and you were able to sell it, you sold it for $350 per watt with adders. So an example of an adder that POWUR is doing right now, which is awesome, is paying your bills for an entire year. So paying your solar bill for an entire year, paying your solar payment for 12 months. Basically, we can include that into the loan, and then at the end we can give them cash back as an adder, so that we can give them a check and say, hey, look, here's your bill. It's covered for the next 12 months, and then hopefully when it comes back, and when it does come back, it'll be even cheaper than your previous electric bill. So that's awesome. And then when we add all that up, there's other adders as well. But once we add all that up, we can get the total net revenue, so 85 cents per watt. So that's the net revenue of this sale, right? And the seller commission is 70% of that. So in this example, it's $59.50. POWUR gets 30%. And so the average commission is about $6,000. So it's some pretty darn good commission, right? Here's some examples. I'm not going to really walk through these. It's kind of what we just said, but it shows you how you're able to see the actual transparency between everything. You can see this is a bigger deal where the consultant made $8,500. And this is a smaller deal where the consultant made $3,500. And there's a lot of different factors that go into it. But I mean, the main thing is the commission structure is pretty darn good. So direct revenue sharing. So this is obviously the MLM aspect. Like I said, I'm not an MLM guy. But I think from what I found about POWUR is when you do it right, it actually is pretty cool and it does make sense, right? So POWUR's revenue, so the 30% that POWUR takes, they actually take percentages of that and give it back to the people that were able to recruit and grow their team. So if I recruit somebody and they sell a deal, I get 20% of POWUR's 30%. So what that ends up being, I believe, math-wise, is over 5%. So if the total commission for that project, like the example that we walked through, is $8,000, I mean, 5% would be, I think probably over 5% would probably be $400-$500, right? So just because I brought someone in, if they sell every single deal that they sell, I get that like $400-$500 plus bucks, or maybe less. I mean, but even still, if I got $200 every time they sold, that would be awesome. And it's more than that most of the time. They also have obviously 6 levels deep. Once again, multi-level marketing. Not a big fan, but it's pretty cool because if you're able to bring people on that are good at selling, then you are going to be able to help them, and you're going to be able to make great residual money for not even doing anything, which is awesome. And this is just showing you how the pay goes for 6 levels deep. So even if you recruited somebody who recruited somebody who recruited somebody who recruited somebody who recruited somebody, and that person sells a deal, you would be making an average of 5%, which is like $160. So the bigger your team, the bigger opportunity for that aspect. But obviously, the real way to make money is to still sell yourself. Not sell yourself, but sell solar yourself. And that's how you can get the big commissions. They have a mentor program. So but even if you haven't had experience in the solar industry, they have this program which allows you to work with somebody and kind of shadow them, work with them to create the proposal, to walk through the presentation, and that mentor is going to help you for the first 3 projects. After the first 3 projects, you're able to go on and do everything yourself, and then but what happens is you actually are able to split that commission. So you can find someone on your team that you're comfortable with, that's in your area, that's kind of matches your expertise, and they're able to train you and teach you and help you to become a solar professional, especially if you never worked in solar before. And this is important because it helps us to keep quality control, so that hopefully there aren't people that are selling solar that don't know anything about solar. You're able to learn as you can even make money, and then you can start to sell on your own once you've completed that process. So equity ownership plan. basically they give you stock options. It's pretty cool. First install, 50 options. First install of somebody sponsored, 25 options, and then yearly performance goals. So if you did this like as a full-time career, if you did this as a job, if you were able to sell multiple deals every single month, you would not only be making six figures, you'd probably be earning a lot of stock options so that you can have equity in this company as it grows. And that's just pretty cool. It's a nice little added bonus. Power Solutions. Their technology is awesome. Once again, they realized they worked out integrations with already successful technology companies to provide you with platforms for proposals, for example. But one of the things that they are able to do is they provide you with awesome training, daily training, live Zoom calls, interact with people, ask questions, learn how to sell solar, learn specifics about panels, learn specifics about inverters, learn specifics about how to build your team, like all this stuff. There's training for it, and there's a giant library, and you have access to all of that. So you're able to kind of learn as you learn on your own and train yourself, and then you're able to really go out there after you've had a few deals with a mentor. Once you're comfortable, you're really able to kind of go wherever you would like and do whatever you like, and you can grow as much as possible, and they continually add more trainings. They do have events. Obviously, right now they probably don't have events, but it's just one of those companies where you can go to large regional and national events and have a lot of fun with the community aspect. Scalable technology, great proposals, dynamic. You can adjust it on the fly, easy to adjust when you're in the home with somebody, completely professional, so that it looks like you really have your stuff together and you work with this big company, because obviously you do, but it makes it as easy for you so that all the hard work is already taken care of. Commissions are paid daily and weekly. They're paid very quick. And then you also have messaging, so that every step of the process you're able to check in with the different people to ensure that site surveys and installations are on time and that they're going to proceed as we were hopeful for, so that you can obviously get paid. National footprint, a lot of different states, a lot of different places you can sell. You can pick and choose markets, especially, I guess only if you're doing virtual, but Power is kind of built for virtual sales, so it's really great for that. More commissions, ownership, and freedom. Basically 70-30 split, equity ownership and revenue sharing for the people that are underneath you in the MLM structure. But even if there wasn't an MLM structure, I mean, just the commission on the deals that you sell is awesome. But then all that other stuff is kind of just an added bonus, right? Cost for Power, $99 one-time onboarding fee, $49 monthly technology cost. When you actually play around with the platform and realize how much you actually get for that, as far as the training and the technology and the proposals and software, and it's just awesome. I mean, I think it's well worth the cost. And if you close one deal, it's going to pay that cost for years, if not a decade. So join Power, become a shareholder, talk to your sponsor, join today. So I greatly appreciate your guys' time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kyle. Thank you for watching this video. Obviously this is a little bit different than other videos, because my ultimate goal is to empower people, to help people to market their solar business, to close more deals. And this is a little bit different in that it's a platform. And whoever sent you a link to this platform, whoever sent you a link to this video, I highly recommend that you reach out to them. But if you don't have someone, I would love to be able to give you more information about Power and see if you would be interested in joining my team. The main thing with my team is I'm a marketing guy. I don't really close deals. I mean, I close deals occasionally, but for the most part, I'm just trying to generate leads and feed people. And therefore, I'm looking for sales reps so that I can provide you with leads and opportunities so that you can spend more time closing, and we can all work together to make a lot more money and to have a much greater impact on the world and the environment. So once again, thank you for watching. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And if you haven't yet found someone that you'd be interested in learning more about Power from and joining their team, then I would love if you would consider me. Thank you so much.